Right now we have a forging event going on, and I want to talk about how to max this event out. As you can see, I'm almost there, and I wanted to catch this on camera and do this together. Welcome everybody, welcome. If you don't know me, my name is BearCozy. I strive to make not only entertaining but also educational videos. I like playing Ace, I like to have a good time, and I really enjoy making progress videos because I know lots of you are enjoying watching my progress, myself included. So right now, under the events tab on the right hand side of the main tavern screen, we have the forging event going on, and I am just about maxed out. Now I stopped because I wanted to make this video for two reasons. One, if you are struggling, I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about what's been helping me to max this event out. Now mine actually got maxed out fairly easy, and I also wanted to grab these books together on camera as well. I'm really excited to grab this Epic Book of Masters, and then of course the Book of Elite Masters as well. That's gonna help. I've been working on maxing out Nathalia with the books, and she's getting very, very close. So now that the event is going on, I always start with the calendar. I always like to check the calendar to see what's going on, and that is how I prepare, and I typically prepare a couple days ahead of time. Now, if you go ahead and go to crafting, we can go ahead and go right to the forge. The forge actually has lots of gear, which I'm sure you are aware, and there are some really good sets here. However, a lot of us still are struggling for materials. So if you're like me, and if you're not a major spender and you are struggling a little bit for materials, the very first thing I would suggest is always do your faction wars. Faction wars comes in a big play because this is where you get your materials. Now, when I started going through the event, the forging event, I started with the 5 and 6 star gear, and I started crafting whatever I had, and I started crafting in singles. As you can see, I don't really have a whole lot left because I used a lot of materials already trying to max out the event to get the much needed books. So the one thing that I found has been really helpful to me is actually going down, starting with the best gear, crafting the 5 and 6 star, hoping to get some kind of legendary gear, hoping to get something really good. And then from there, once I start to run out of materials, once we go ahead and craft this and I no longer have enough materials, from there what we can actually do is we can drop down to 4 to 6 stars, and as you can see, I can still craft quite a bit. Now 4 to 6 stars is a big range. You could get 4 stars, you can get 5 stars, which I would not recommend rolling unless the stats are incredible, but this will still help you max out and get those event points to get those much needed books. And of course, right now, as you can see, I can craft this by 10, forge 10x. That comes in really, really handy. So if I click on this button there, we're gonna get 10 pieces of gear. And as you can see, most of it is 5 star. I'll go through and see if any of this is any good. And then most likely it is not. But you never know, it's still worth taking a look at the stats and going from there. Now, since I just did a craft 10x, I can take a look at my points, see where I am, and if I need to, I can do one more. Looking at the event, I think I am just about maxed out. I'm at 5,900 out of 6,000. Now, I am very, very close to maxing out the event, and what's been helping me to get there is actually running faction wars. Now, as you can see, these require materials. We all know that. And if you click on the material, it'll tell you where you can get this. So this one you can get from the banker. These you can get from Ruins of the Gods, the banker, or you can buy them with Team Arena points, which is very, very nice. And as well as the Dark Steel. Dark Steel seems to be a lot easier to get, but if you click on any one of these will show you where you can grab those. So for example, Death Hurricane, I have enough to craft 2 pieces. That is what the 2 means next to the 5 and the 6. And a lot of these materials drop from the faction challenges. Now, I just went through and I did some of the free cities challenges, and as you can see, I'm on stage 15. I haven't completed 20 yet. That's going to take some work. I need a lot more heroes and a lot more gear. However, you can still run the earlier stages, and you can still do multi-battles as long as you have keys. And as you can see, you can still get pretty good loot. So right now, Free Cities is out of keys, and the only one I have left is Dragon Scale Marsh. Me personally, right now, as you can see, I am on stage 10 of Dragon Scale Marsh. I'm struggling with that one a little bit. All my heroes get one shot by Borden. He is a tough little cookie, but level 9 and 1 through 9 I cleared pretty well. I still have to go through a couple of these 3-star these, and that will help me progress with my star rewards. But for right now, what I want to really focus on is just running multi-battles for stage 8 or stage 9. And you don't have to be on 15 or 18 or 20. Wherever you are, you can still run the multis. If you click on the key, you can actually do a multi-run, and you can set this up. You can set them up to do multi-runs, and after you complete your multi-runs, you get a bunch of resources. And over time, if you stay consistent, and if you do this on a consistent basis, over time, you will have enough materials. You will most likely not be able to max out every forging event, but over time, you will get enough materials where you can start crafting the 10x forge. And the 10x forge is what really helped me get to the max points on the event and to the final 2 books. And I am almost there. So after this run, we can go back and we can grab those together. We can complete those together. And there goes Azarina, and she does a pretty good job. Now let me go ahead and finish this. As you can see, this one dropped some epic runestones, which I have 87 of, and dark steel. Dark steel does tend to drop quite frequently, but I'm also on stage 9. So as I climb harder stages, better rewards will drop more frequently. So going back to the forge, I want to go ahead and see what I have left. And right now I have Shark Tyrant. I have this one I found to be pretty good, the Thunder Punisher. Let's go ahead and craft a few of these. Now I don't have enough to do another 10 craft, but I can still craft 6. So we can do that, and I can keep an eye. And there we go. The forging event is maxed out. This one's actually good one to keep. 6-star speed boots are always good to keep. Defense is flat, which is okay. Attack has a percentage attack, which is what we want. So if we roll on a percentage attack at least once, those are going to be worth continuing to level. So I am going to lock those. And then since my event is maxed out and I'm getting low on resources, I'm going to save my resources for the next event. And I'm going to go ahead and grab this event. And I'm going to go ahead and grab all of the rewards here, including the books on the bottom. So I'm really looking forward to getting the books. My Nathalia is the only epic right now that has books. And there we go. We got an epic book. We got a elite book. And then we got a gear charm, which is really, really nice. So my Nathalia is the only one that has been getting books right now. And I believe she's somewhere around 10 or 12. She's at 11. I have 2 more I can put into her, and I need 4. So I have 2 out of the 4, and then she will be maxed out, and that is going to be really, really cool. So that is how you do it to get the events maxed out, the event points maxed out, to get the maximum rewards. Just staying consistent with your chosen faction challenges does help. As you can see, free cities are there. I have Dragon Scale Marsh. My heroes are not super, super strong. As you can see, I have a 30 with no gear. I have a 50 Hydrisia with some gear, but this works out. And just staying consistent and using up all of your keys will give you lots of resources over time. So that is how you do it. Farm a bunch of resources, get into a habit of doing your chosen factions, using up all of your keys. Even if you're not on super hard stages, you'll still get a lot of resources, and you can still max out the forging event even if you're crafting the 4 to 6 and using the forge times 10. I did 5 or 6 of those, and all of a sudden I was pretty close to the end. So there it is. That is how you do it. Hit the like and the subscribe down below on this video. Leave me a nice comment down below as well. Let's start a conversation. And for more helpful videos like this, check out the top right.